Hello Aquarius, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. I just want to quickly say to everybody, thank you so much for all of the likes, the shares, the comments, the new subscribers, the subscribers that have stuck around all this time with me. I'm seeing so many wonderful things, excuse me, coming with the channel, and I appreciate that so very much. So thank you to each and every single one of you who are loving and supporting in the ways that you are. It means the world to me. Quickly, Aquarius, this is going to be your mid-month November reading for you guys. I'm sorry they're a little bit past where I would like them to be, but it's Thanksgiving break here where I'm at for the kids, so it's like chaos, right? Like if you got kids, you know, you need 8 arms and 15 legs and 5 different brains. But this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that's you, welcome to the channel as well. Guys, always, you know, feel the need, if you feel the need to reverse the roles, do that. Discern the messages. Remember, not everything will fit. Make it work where it goes, if it goes there. I seen 11 on the timer a little bit ago. Aquarius, you're the 11th sign in the zodiac. I just seen 111. I've seen a lot of that number when it comes to these mid-month readings, and I'm going to say that 1111 portal, massive timeline shift for those who are willing to be open and receptive to what it is that's coming in. And I probably at some point will make a video on some other information that would coincide with that, but we could be here all day, so we're not going to go there right now. So in the future, keep an eye out for that. It will be out eventually. Aquarius, the messages intuitively, spiritually is what I was going to say, came crashing in like a wrecking ball when I sat down to do your reading. And I had to write them down because there was so much so fast. I was like, okay, I gotta pause this for a second so I can get the camera on and then relay this to you all, and then we can go back into the intuitive. But Spirit's coming in hardcore this evening. So complete absolution, and this complete absolution that Spirit talked about for me was in regards to some kind of partnership, and we've seen a lot around partnerships. I'm not the least bit surprised by this energy, but it's like an understanding that some kind of partnership in your life, and I really don't feel like it is family. I mean, it could be, right? Again, place it where it fits, but I feel like this is more of a friendship type of environment that is going to pertain to you guys this time around, and we'll see as we go, right, with the cards. But a complete dissolvement, absolution, like this is, you know, I'm hearing absolutely done. It has to absolutely be done. But I also feel like you've got one foot in the door, one foot out the door with a situation, feeling as if it were a bad thing, but it's not. So with this absolution, that need to have one foot in, one foot out is like, do I go? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay? Aquarius, I will never tell you guys that you need, which does come out of my mouth, so forgive me, you need to do anything. But I'm going to tell you what I see from Spirit, what I'm getting, right? I give you the guys, those paths. You get to decide what you do with that. You always have free will. I can't predict free will. Nobody can. It's just one of those things. I think from this situation, you are feeling let down by this. It is harbored resentment. I think that you have watched things play out, and I think I even said this before, 3 months ago. So it's like something has happened somewhere in this time frame that has brought you to this moment, and we are in a massive catalyst time frame for so many things, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you name it. It's boom, it's hitting us like a ton of bricks. Some people are adjusting well, others are struggling with that, and that's the human nature, right? The one thing that Spirit addressed was that you have to understand that this change, this dissolvement, this absolution is for your growth and your vitality. I think that you've had to deal with somebody. It could have started off, I don't want to quite put it into the terms of a trauma bond, but there was like a bitch fest. Somebody could bitch about somebody else to somebody else, and that was like the common thread. And then it became, oh, what are you doing tonight? Oh, where are you going tonight? Oh, what's your favorite TV show? You know, shit like that. So this friendship, or whatever this relationship aspect is for you guys, And it could be, and Spirit's also saying this could be business related as well. So just be mindful of that. You know, again, it's going to fit where it fits for you guys. But this is kind of like the bond that was originally created. I remember a while back, it's been some time, I'm going to compare it to this. I had two people who were dealing with a particular person in a situation. They both had connectivity to this one person. Those two people then eventually came together based upon that kind of energy of like, this person really hurt me. Oh, well, they hurt you too. Well, let's talk about this. Let's figure out, let's you know, let's debunk the lies that are going on, right? That kind of thing. So they kind of started to bond over a bitch fest, essentially. That does create a type of trauma bond. That trauma bond, and I don't think it's that severe, I'm going to be honest with you, like I don't feel like it's that severe, but again, it was that common thread that brought you together, and then everything else kind of compounded on that. Anytime that you're in a situation like that, ex-nay, run for the freaking hills. You are in a lower vibrational place. So, you know, you could have just, maybe you ended up partnering with somebody in business too, and you both had a bad experience with something very similar. So you kind of bonded over that and was like, hey, well, I now know better and you now know better. Let's go out and conquer the world based on this and this alone. So it's again, that type of situation where you both had your own experience and then it comes together. But the thing of it is, with this common thread, that experience wasn't a healthy experience. It was meant to teach you something. But as humans, we hang on to that pain, that harbored resentment, that kind of stuff. So then that creates a whole other scenario where we go with it, right? I think a very important point that Spirit made with this is they talked about obstacles, and they talked about you specifically being a pawn in a part of another person's game. We always have to be mindful, and I'm going to say for some of you, this is going to hit home really heavy. Others of you, I think you can see this playing out not as significantly, not as it's almost like you could have been there, done that before, so you kind of figured or had a feeling. You guys can be very intuitive. Had a feeling surrounding something like this to begin with. Now it's showing itself. But for others of you, this is kind of like a boom, like it's coming in heavy, and it's like, oh shit, I'm not comfortable with this. I don't know what to do with this. Spirit's asking you to get back into the free thinking position of what Aquarius is, who Aquarius is, what it is that you do, how it is that you operate from a positive reinforcement. When you let go of this situation, you're going to eliminate blockages in your own life, and you're going to eliminate a massive problem. And I think that this situation has caused and created a lot of problems in partnerships, or even brought in more toxic partnerships because of who it is they're connecting with and how you're being brought into the very center of it somehow. Even if you are just kind of like, it kind of reminds me of a motorcycle with a side cart. Like they're driving the motorcycle and you're hanging out in the side cart and you're just, you know, at their mercy. That's how this feels. It's like the sideshow. So, they may feel like they could be dealing with some form of loneliness that is taking you along for the ride, or they have, and you've allowed it to happen, right? So, very interesting, all intuitive messages there, guys. So we're going to go ahead and pull the cards, see what else the Spirit throws out at us, and we're going to roll from there. So, all right, Aquarius, let's get to it. We're almost 9 minutes into this, and that's just the intuitive goods. All right, Aquarius Spirit, mid-November. What does, or mid-November through the end of November, dynamism on ecstasy. Spirit is saying you have the power and control to change this dynamic with this person or this situation. I really want to say person and situation. I feel, and funny, there you are. That's the card of Aquarius, actually, by the way. Awe and ecstasy. You know, there's that free thinking that in the envisionary. No, hold on, sorry, the cat is yanking. Stop that, please. He's trying to tear down the whole table. My God, knock it off. Okay, on that note, so sorry. Kids or cats are like kids. But this is asking you to step back into, like, you guys can do so well on your own. And I feel like you've been very involved in others. You know, no matter what it is that you do, friendships, whatever, like, it's almost like it's gotten you out of touch with yourself. It's time to get back in touch with you. You know, that free-minded, it's like very open-minded, free-thinking energy, like Spirit described in the intuitive messages. And when we get around people that have strong opinions, or they have control issues, or they need to be seen and heard, that pulls down our vibration, and it can take us into where they are, right? So it's like, we are as good as the company we keep. What kind of company are you keeping? You know, it's pay attention to that. All right, Spirit of Aquarius, what do they need to know mid-November, please? Compassion. I have seen this card. It came out for Taurus. I think it came out for Libra. It has come out for so many signs. Underneath your foundational energy, a 4. Cancers. 11:11 on the clock right there. You could very well, and I'm going to tell you, this energy of distraction, as I said, this person could be pulling you, sideshow kind of, they're taking you along for the ride. Distraction. You got to play by their tune if you're going to play by their, you know, like, if you're going to be a part of the world, it's like, play by their tune, play by their rules. Compassion. Masculines, I'm telling you, this masculine, I can't talk plain. Masculine, feminine energy is, at least for me as an intuitive, is coming in very hyper-focused lately. And I think that's where a lot of these messages are coming from right now, so bear with me. You could very well be dealing with a very strong feminine who is in their masculine energy right now. And I feel like if you are a male in feminine energy, you could be dealing with the toxicity of the females in your life, or however you all live life, right? No judgment here. This is a repeating cycle. Abso-freaking-lutely. I kind of get this feeling that this person, this situation, tends to morph. They could be narcissistic. I'm going to call it for what it is. You know, that word gets slung around like, you know, Halloween candy, but very, like, crazy vibe. You know, and no offense to my Cancers out there, I love you all. But you see the many faces of this woman, right? Like, this is really sticking out to me very heavily. I just heard from Spirit, they know how to play you. They know how to play the game. Whatever that means for you. Guys, these cycles are trying to close out and give you massive lessons of movement forward. And I feel like you're all signs are going through it at different moments and different times, right? So I'm sorry about that. This person tends to morph based upon the situation they're in, the people that they're with. They show a different face every freaking time. And since you're like the sideshow, we'll call you, that's hanging with this or is with this energy consistently, you're starting to see this. There's an awareness that's like, I feel like for a while you may have been distracted even to the knowing of that. You didn't quite see it. You bought into whatever they were spewing. And now there's something about this, and that 11:11 portal could have been that shift of perspective that was needed to go, look at this. This is not okay. Something is making you question the purity and the intention of this situation and or person. This is a wake-up call from Spirit, Aquarius. And I think that once you let go of this, you can move on into a lot of wonderful and beautiful things. This is a blockage right now for you. And I feel like Spirit is giving me so much information about this specific situation because they're telling me, for some of you, it's almost like you don't believe yourself. So maybe, you know, depending on how long you've been dealing with this person, maybe they could have gaslit you and made you question your own beliefs, blah, 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 you know, that whole thing. right? But it's like Spirit saying that this message is supposed to give you the confirmation of everything that you've already known, or at least the things that have at least started to come to the surface. You're seeing this metamorphosis with this person, and it's not for the better. It's to adapt to each situation, to accommodate who they feel they need to be in that moment. Very, very like narcissistic, maybe even tending on like psychopath kind of vibes. Like, not gonna bullshit you. To see somebody play that game, to be able to morph into multiple personalities, to fit a narrative in a moment, that's some scary shit. That takes a special kind of something out there, right? Like, call it for what it is. All right, Spirit, what does Aquarius need to know? We've got the heart chakra. I think I said earlier, they could have played on your heartstrings in regards to this. Walking away, the journey card. It's time to go. It's time to pack it up. Magician in the mirror. Oh boy. I don't know. I feel like you're not sure why. 3/4 of you goes, it's time to make an exit. It's time to pack up shop and move on. With this magician in the mirror, I got this very dark vibe. It's like the magician in the reverse of sly, sneaky. You may have something on them, or they may have something on you. I don't know what y'all got yourselves into. And maybe this reading won't resonate for a lot of you, but this is some shit. And I don't like doing these kind of readings, but there's a reason it's coming up. Something's up. P.S. You got an 11 over here again. All right. Let's see. Spirit for Aquarius. Woman holding a heart. The thing with this woman, her heart-based energy is very cold, very shattered, out of touch with reality. I'm hearing could suffer from mental illness as well. P.S. I'm not a doctor. Disclosure. They could have tattoos or something to that effect. 5, door to spirit. Spirit is trying to usher this change to get you away from this. You two are not operating from the same space. I told you about that magician in the mirror, what comes out underneath of that envy. I'm telling you, indecision. Told you, we've been wobbling back and forth. What comes after you make a decision to get away from this? Blossoming abundance. And then I think at that point, Aquarius, for anybody that has felt out of touch with their intuition, you start to trust yourself more. The light bulb moments start to really, truly happen and go, oh, I should have listened. And I keep hearing from Spirit too as I talk, I should have listened. So whatever that means for you, I should have listened. Be very aware. 444 could be confirmation. You have 1, 2, 3, 3 8s, 2 2s. At foundations of the 4 and the double 4 or the 44 here. You could be 44 dealing with somebody at that age, not necessarily. 53 could be significant. 32 breaks down to a 5, which is indicative of a need to change along with this journey card. It's time to change directions. You need to put that 1/4 of you that's not so sure into the full 3/4 that's remaining within you, knowing that it's time to make a change. It needs to happen. If you're afraid of what it is they're going to hold over your head, fuck that. That's manipulation. That is a tactic. That is fear. That is creating fear within you to maintain control. Fuck that. Okay? It's like somebody's like, well, you know, why aren't you coming around? And then starts to kind of like, I don't feel like anything is ever necessarily said blatantly and outright, but it can turn into them realizing, like they're feeling that energetic pull back from you where you're starting to take a few steps back and analyze the situation. They could feel that and start to get nervous because they know that they've not stood up in integrity. They've not stood up in loyalty. They've not stood up for the right things. And now it's like this fear within them is exposure to some degree. And thus in turn, well, fine, I'm gonna call you out before you can call me out. But I don't think that's your intent. I don't think your intent is to call anybody out. It's just get the fuck out of Dodge, right? But this person doesn't operate from that space. That's the issue. All right, what is this fourth shock for Archangel Raphael, please, Spirit? Let's clarify. The Hermit, Virgo energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Gemini, the Lovers, Five of Cups. This Hermit in this particular deck, I talked about that aha moment, right? Hermit goes into his shell, he retreats, he thinks about that moment. There's that light. The light has gone off. Some light has been shed on something. There is now an awareness within you that there's a need to protect yourself. That turtle goes into that shell as a sense of protection, right? What choice do I make? Because I think either way I'm going to feel bad. The Lovers, the Five of Cups. I mean, this could be a romantic partnership for some of you, but I think overall, the majority of you, this is going to resonate when it comes to some kind of friend or business partner aspect to things. It definitely feels more like partnership. I would say like 50% of you friendship, partnership kind of thing, 25 business, maybe 25 love, romance. I don't know. I don't know why I even felt the need to say that to you, but then there's that 4 over here that I said 3/4 of you are out the door, 1/4 of you is still in. So pay attention to the quarters of whatever, if that makes sense to you too. I don't know. Place it where it fits. It's not my message. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, but I don't think that you necessarily are. I think this is the realization again that this needs to stop. This emptiness. I talked about the woman holding a heart being cold and detached. You've got the Mother of Cups in the reverse. Again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It's more so Cancer energy there. And the Two of Swords. I feel like they feel as if they're losing control over a situation because, again, you're detaching. You're recognizing you have some kind of choice in the matter. The emotional letdown, because I think that you trusted. I think that you gave. I think that you believed in a situation. Now you're seeing it just as like, I've got to stop. I've got to stop. Whatever this is, I've got to stop. And now, 3/4 of the way out, there again, you look at this journey too. Too many cards. She's got this light to lead her way, right? The path has been lit up. She's got that light with her, just like the Hermit. So she's gained something. She's taking something to light her way forward with her, guiding light. Sure, a soap opera watcher. 22:22 on the clock, and this card is a 2, so 2s could be significant. That 4 foundational energy, the 4 of Wands comes out in the reverse position. This is unstable foundations. This is everything being thrown. I'm hearing from Spirit, thrown up in the air. This is about control. Someone's tried to control your foundations, control you on an emotional level. Trying to really keep you stuck, keep you stagnant, keep you in a space where it is that they want you at. And that's a problem because you now recognize that you need to make a choice, and that choice is 6 of Swords. It's time to move on. You have double confirmation of moving forward. The Journey card, the 6 of Wands. Moving on to calmer waters. There's something on the other side of this. It's time to pack your bags and get out of whatever this situation is. Create distance between you and this situation. And it does eventually come to an end with the Death card there again. So it's like, it's time to make movement, Aquarius. I think that you have, Spirit is saying, tolerated a situation for quite some time. And now you're realizing you're not a part of whatever this is. This does not resonate with you. This is not a part of you. This is not who you are or what it is that you are about. You're changing. You're transforming. And I feel, again, this was a cycle. And for some of you, this could be related to maternal situations. Used to having a certain maternal figure in your life that worked out a certain way. This person could have represented the same to you in some capacity. Or just a volatile relationship when it comes to the females or feminine energies in your life. Whether they were wives, girlfriends, daughters, mothers, bosses, it doesn't matter. But there's a toxicity that surrounds that. You're realizing you're not one of these people. You're not one of this fight, whatever this is about. Because I almost feel like there's some quarrels surrounding that energy as well. And it's not healthy. There it is. The Mother of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. It's mass fucking emotional confusion. I'm going to be honest with you. You could be dealing with females. And you know, I'm a woman, right? We got hormone issues. Like, call us for what it is. We can get crazy So can men. But I do feel like that you are dealing with a bunch of women who are nuts. You know, and I don't mean, God, I feel like such a jerk. I don't mean it in a negative sense, but like, if shit's not operating properly, we all get a little like whacked out. You know, we're either tired, we're stressed, maybe our hormones are off, maybe your thyroid's not working right. Like, there's so many things that can affect our moods and our stability. And I feel like you're dealing with somebody who is just not stable. Whether it's mentally, emotionally, psychologically, whatever, they're not stable. And this morphosis of these three faces, you're seeing this, right? So we've got the Page of Swords with the Magician in the Mirror, the Knight of Wands. You're approaching this situation. It's funny because you guys are like mirroring each other. They're approaching you in like a sense of scarcity, very cautious in how they do this. Like, dare I go? Because to see that Knight of Wands in a sideways position, it's like, you know, you look at the original tarot, he's got his feet in the stirrups, and he's like, wait a minute, we're not rushing in, we need to hit the brakes. Like, it's almost like they're waiting for an opportune time to see some kind of truth to something with the sun here. It's an illumination, right? We got that Page of Swords. It's a messenger. It's what information can I gain to see where they're at? How can I gauge them? I talked about that Magician earlier, having just shitty vibes to it, snaky vibes. Just ugh. There's manipulation. There's the envy underneath that. There's something here where they're trying to kind of gauge where you are, and I think you're also trying to gauge where they are at. Both waiting for some kind of truth to be had. They could be looking at you online. I don't think that's going to be for everybody, but it's almost like you could be keeping an eye on you to see what you're doing. Just to, again, to kind of gauge where you are, or vice versa. Trying to play their cards right, essentially. This woman holding a heart. What is this? Woman holding a heart. I just heard you could have a bunch of teenage daughters that are making you batshit nuts too, so just a heads up if you got a house full of girls. Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. They don't want to let you out of this. There's something when it comes to you that they feel there's an ace in the hole. This is a very screwy dynamic. Like, I don't even know why I'm getting this stuff, but there's an awareness that needs to happen here. Somehow with you, they see potential. They see it's almost like there's something about the potential that surrounds you, or what it is that you have that they feel like they can utilize. But I also feel like that when you go to walk away, you see that deer, the way I've got that position there, unintentionally, by the way. She looks very innocent. She looks very like, well, what did I do? Are you going to leave? Are you really going to go? Why? Again, like, the way that comes through my body, the way that feels is almost victim mentality, because you're choosing to walk away to your independence of a situation, that you don't need this situation. But it's like, but why? It almost goes from like, it'd be like somebody flipping out on you 1 minute and then turning up it, why are you mad at me? I didn't do anything. It's fucked up. It's not stable. It's anything but stable. Aquarius, what do you all got going on? Oh my. What is this door to Spirit? What is this door to Spirit? Ooh, Aquarius, somebody else outside of the situation who has watched something happen either could have already said something to you about a situation with a specific person, or somebody is going to come in and provide you that information. That is your saving grace. That is your saving grace. So, guys, give me one quick second. I'm so sorry. This has been my day. It's been chaos all day long. So, all right, 7 of Pentacles. I need 15 of me. I just said to you, did I not? I'm so glad that I said this to you. Somebody is, look, what's sticking out here? That 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles. Somebody else is planting seeds. This is like divine intervention. Divine intervention. And I'm so sorry, guys. And they're coming in. They are coming in to aid you. They are coming in with this message quickly. Because now they too have seen something that is, they have an awareness. They have an underlying knowledge to something when it comes to this person. And they know how difficult this person can be. They're coming, this is, you look at that dove, that is a representation of peace, purity, honesty, everything in between. God, the divine, whatever you put your faith into, that's a divine messenger. Something or somebody is coming into you to tell you it's time to go. And I'm going to side note this. Check. They're not wrong. Whatever they're coming in to say to you, they're not wrong, but they've got their own motives. This person, I feel, the initial person you're dealing with, could be burning bridges across the board. You just happen to be sidecar to that, sideshow to that. And now you're seeing the big picture too. But I feel like this person is pissing off a lot of people. They're probably going to end up isolating at some point because everything that they've put their energy and effort into is starting to implode. What is this envy about, Spirit? What is this envy about? This person, you know, I hate to see, and I hate to even like speak this kind of, I'm just gonna call it evil into the world, because it's a terrible thing to think that people can be that way. But there are, right? For every person that does good, there's somebody who is going to show us the contrast of that. And this person's intentions, it's like this, just to stir the shit pot because they can. Because they can create a problem and then make it look like it was never them. Emperor, the 8 of Pentacles. Like, I just keep hearing, like, controlling the narrative. The 8 of Pentacles, the original 8 of Pentacles, she's sitting there with a book, right? She's learning, or he is learning. They're an observer, or not the original, but the light seers. I'm seeing that specific card. They're learning. They're reading, right? They're strategizing. They're the apprentice, and they're working on something. And part of this is how to control the narrative with the Emperor. How do I control the narrative? It's like your kids. You know, maybe they've been in a crappy mood all day long. There's that 3 of Swords. I'm telling you. Temperance. Sag energy. If this has not happened, it is coming. Sag season. It's like, I just heard like, look at this. Temperance, the Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Justice card, 5 of Pentacles. Someone's taking a loss here. I'm telling you. Absolutely. Like, it. When they put this down, I heard exclamation point, and when I moved the card to check the next one, there's your Ace of Swords. There's your exclamation point. There's the freaking truth of the matter. It is coming, and now you know. This Queen of Swords, she sees right through the bullshit. She cuts right through it. This is being balanced. This person has done their shit for so long, it cannot continue. It can't. It's like, you know, do I see cards that I would typically go karma? No. What I'm going to call it karma? Not necessarily. But this is the balancing of the God-blessed scales. Enough is enough. We ain't doing this no more. I will leave your ass out in the cold. You can be the one with your half jacked up leg on a crutch trying to follow me into the church. I'm done. I'm telling you, if this has not happened, guys, Sag season, it's coming. Like, such a powerful reading about, like, this is about this is going to teach you about people. Like, if you ever had any kind of question as to, like, why people do the things they do, right? Like, and I think Aquarius, you guys tend to kind of get into that mode. And therefore, I kind of seen stuff like this kind of playing out, if I remember correctly. Then you had a pretty decent reading. And now it's like, here this is. Like, this might have settled down for a minute. Here's the ramp up. And we've got this full moon in Gemini coming at the end of the week. Next week. So it's like a week out. It's a coming. We start Sag season, that Wednesday, maybe? I don't even know what day of the week, what date it is now. But Sag season is just a couple of days away. So, you know, be mindful. Anyhow, Three of Swords. This reading's going on forever. They're operating from a place of pain. Anybody that hurts another person, they're in pain, for one. Hurt people hurt people. Number two, this card came out sideways. What I did notice while I was talking earlier via the camera, the Knight of Cups showed up. Or the Page of Cups, I'm sorry. They'll cut you, and then they'll love you. They will nurture you, and then they will fuck you over. That's their MO. They want what you have. So there could be some serious jealousy here. They want what you have. They're angry and resentful of you for what you have, or what you've been able to actually accomplish that they haven't in some way, whatever that means for you. And part of it, Spirit is saying, is your independence, whatever that means. When you look at your dynamic, they will butter you up to tear you down. They can't have what you've got that they want if they're being nasty to you. So they manipulate you to get what they want, right? But then you start to see true colors because, you know, snake's always a snake no matter how many times it sheds its skin. So you see these interactions and you start to pick up on these little cues and it's like, wait a minute. They're trying to control the situation. Enough is enough. You need to get out of indecision and move on to your freaking happiness and be done. Your intuition is talking to you. Your desire to live a more fulfilled and stable life is screaming at you. Appreciate the few people that you have in your life, even if your friend circle is 3 people. I would rather have, and I just saying something, talked about this on Facebook today, have the quality of the people in a smaller number than have masses and numbers of people around you and not a single person in that damn circle give a shit about you. It's quality over quantity in anything you do. Plain and simple. This has got to freaking go. If you want to be happy, how can you be indecisive about your happiness, Aquarius? Like, I'm going to give you a reality check right now. You're looking at the Three of Swords on one side of this situation and then blossoming abundance on the other. Is there any freaking question by looks alone what you want? There it is. In color. What's it going to be? Get out. Get out of Dodge. Plain and simple. Get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Better opportunities. If this is business, this blockage, once it's removed, you're good to go. Green light ahead. Don't, and if it's friends, you'll find the right people. This person is not it. This circle of whatever is going on is not it. Get away from it. It's toxic. It's craziness. It's madness. Just away. Get away from it. All right. I see. It's underneath there originally. Divine Matrix. Playing head games with you. I'm telling you. All right. Oh, goodness. Spirit. Advice for Aquarius mid-November, please. Ears wide open. Pay attention. Again, you've heard something. You've seen something. You've noticed something. There's an Keep your ears open. Keep paying attention. Be vigilant in what is going on around you, because you're going to gain that information and clarity beyond the ordinary. To me, this is you stepping outside of the box that you've been in for so long with this situation. And it's also a matter of you protecting yourself, protecting your energy. Willing release at the bottom. I'm telling you, you need to protect your energy. It's vibrant. It can be beautiful. This person is dulling your shine. This situation is dulling your shine. Smoke and mirrors. It's like walking through the fun house. How many shapes can this person take on? How much bullshit can they feed you? Where there is smoke, there is fire. What was that? Was it in the 80s? Walking on broken glass, or the 90s? I just heard broken glass. If you have smoke, there's fire. Fire eventually will bust glass, and then you're walking on broken glass. Like, don't take that route. Don't do that. Okay? Inside of you, there is a divine being who's ready to step out into the light, Aquarius. Look at those bright lights. It's star energy. Separate yourself from this situation. I don't even know what else to say to you. If I'm going to go back to what Spirit said earlier. If you doubt for a second that what you've been feeling or what you've been noticing, like you're almost gaslighting yourself, allow this to be the validity of your thoughts and feelings. Granted, we should never have to validate another person's thoughts and feelings, but here it is. You're not wrong. Make the grand exit, do it quietly, do it however you need to, strategically, get out of Dodge. You could be dealing with, Spirit's saying heavy on the Cancer energy. I don't know why, but I'm going to stick with that. Cancer, Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Sag. I feel like, again, this is Sag season. Heavy on the Cancer energy for some reason. The person they're saying too, the person that's coming in with the message could be a Leo. Doesn't have to be, right? Doesn't have to be, but they're kind of representing, they could have a more bubbly personality, but very quiet, very meek. Like, yeah, I seen that too. Did you see that? Like, pay attention to that. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't feel, and Aries. So those are the key ones that are sticking out. Taurus Sun, Spirit is also saying, so be aware of that too. All right, I think that's it. Aquarius, when I do your next reading, I want to see rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns. Please, get out of this. Get away from it. There's much better on the horizon for you. Okay. If you guys found this video resonated, like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal readings are open and available. That information is found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. Also visit me at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. And you can also go to Indigo Moon WV. That was my business in person. It's been transferred to at home. And you can check out some things on there as well. So that's Facebook and Instagram. I'm sending you guys tons of love, healing energy. Work through this. You're meant to shine. This is dulling your shine. Be done. All right? Take care, guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye.